is constituted by people elected by Nigerians. That was why you didn't see Senator Natasha in the 8th Assembly.
I know that, but the Senate rules should apply. They should all apply generally.
The Senate rule, this is what I want people to understand. And I wish people would spend more time dealing with policy and understanding government, over some other things we pay attention to. The Senate rules can only be triggered by a motion, either procedural motion or substantive motion. It is not a church or religious house where people, sometimes they fight in the Senate or in the House of Reps. There was a time even...
we're rounding up. We're rounding up. So quickly, so your last comments.
Sorry, sir. Sorry. Sorry, sir. I don't want emotions.
We're rounding up. We're rounding up.
Just like you said, we don't want emotions to play here.
Okay, wait. Can we just calm down?
Question I have not answered.
We're going.
Relax.
No, Auntie Ruth, don't tell me to relax. Chibuzo, I want you to understand something. Let me tell you something. No matter how big or ambiguous your laws are, the issue, the position we women are, and the challenges we're facing as women and our children are, no law supersedes the emotions right now. Please, I'm respecting that red cap on your head. If not, my response to you will not like it. Listen, the society where we are today, understand that touching a girl, a woman, is more important than any law. Even if the president makes any law now, the fact that we have been silenced, the fact that we've been dehumanized, the fact that our girls are being molested every day, and our women cannot get to power as queens or but as lionesses would not make us respect any law. Natasha was nice.
Okay, thank you.
Natasha was really nice. I just wish it was me in that house. Then they would know that that law is not important because it is the same people who made that law. And definitely,
calm down.
Okay, come on, your red cap. Make I give you proper answer. Because
come on. So it's enough. Okay, Frank, give us your last take on this, and then we'll get back to you and you'll finalize.
You have not.
Because you're taking too much time. We don't have the luxury of time.
He's trying to explain rubbish. That's why he's taking too much time.
Okay, can you just shorten it? Can you fasten it, please?
You can never fast because they are always.
Okay, sorry about that. Can you fasten your response?
I have stood for the right of women. I have continued to stand for it. And even till tomorrow, I will continue to stand for rights of women and support them. And
you don't support them. In fact, Shubuzo, if like Adetu said, Madam Adetu said, if not because of the red cap, I will say your head not correct, but because of the red cap, I don't feel insult you. So let's just move on. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Thank you very much for your time with us. I appreciate you all today, my wonderful people. It's good to be back here again. Wonderful, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. Thanks for all that you do. We appreciate you always. Thanks for being there with us all the time. I appreciate every one of you right there on the comment section. I've already, Margarita, I can see you. Thank you very much. My good evening to you. I've already acknowledged everyone on the screen. Thank you very much, Abu Aziz. God bless you, my brother. I appreciate you. Mike Akimbari, Christian CXL, Peggy Modi, many others right there. Now, God will bless our people. Just do your part by pressing on the like button. Help us to share and also press on the dollar sign because a lot of comments are right there on the comment section. You guys are jumping the dollar sign and you are commenting. So you can step on the dollar sign before you go and comment, just encourage what we do here. But meanwhile, I'd like us to move on right now because, like I said, today's Saturday. I'm just going to take it the way it is so that we can start talking on time. But before that, my presentation is not over yet because I have another one here. As you can see, the one I put on the screen earlier on. So I would like us to quickly show you a video that will tally that up. Listen to this concerning the same satanic Senate President Akpabio.
You are following the Natasha Akpabio quarrel, right?
Yes.
What do you think?
It is not funny at all. I mean, it is still part of the dilemma. It's still part of the madness that we are going through in this country. I mean, how could a person like Akpabio be leader of the Senate? The Senate, even the Roman times, Senate, that's the highest political class. The Senate, the most respected political class. Akpabio should be in prison.
How?
In a decent society, Akpabio should be in prison. Many people like him should be in prison. I mean, go and read what the FCC has said about him, and they never closed the case. They just silenced the FCC. You know, when there's 44 billion, 90 billion, something billion, all charges against one man, and has not been the charges have not been vacated. And you find him now, you know, going with excessive, what do you call it, people running after him, this siren blowing people, and he goes about, you know, shamelessly. He should be in prison. People like him should be in prison. He has no business being in government. He has no business being in charge of a country like Nigeria. And at the top, he's number 3 citizen, for God's sake. It makes you sad as a Nigerian, as somebody who has lived in this country for years, as somebody who has lived 88 decades in this country, to have a person like Akpabio as President of the Senate,
Has he done well as the President of the Senate?
He has just been clowning. I can't point out what he has done, or what the Senate itself has done. I can't point out anything that they've done.
Is Natasha out to bring him down, or Akpabio is bringing himself down?
I don't know. It's because it's still part of the problem of this country. Akpabio has never been. Is a man on the ground. These are people. This ordinarily is a plebeian. Is somebody ordinarily is a nobody. People like him are people living on the mat, sleeping on the mat. But Nigerian situation, the hypocrisy, not the hypocrisy, the servitude, you know, all these funny people saying Ranka did it to him. There are people making him feel that he's on top of anywhere, and making Nigerians feel that he's on top of anywhere.
Senator Natasha has accused him of sexual harassment.
Yes. Nigeria has always been a joke. So when anything like somebody accuses somebody of sexual harassment and going there, it's all part of, it's extension of the joke. Nigeria is a joke. Nigeria is a joke. And when you are accused of something and you say you are the Senate President, you don't sit in judgment in a case that involves you. It's this extension of the joke. Natasha has a right to accuse somebody if she had grounds to accuse, and they should have listened to her rather than shut her down and do the needful, you know, ask people to interrogate, ask people to investigate, and if they found her to be frivolous, punish her, and if they found the other man guilty, punish him. But things don't work like that in Nigeria because it's not a normal country. It's a very abnormal country, very, very abnormal. Sick.
Very sad. Very, very, very sad. Now, so we see our people on that particular one. But meanwhile, the hardship is hitting harder on some Nigerians now. Unfortunately, a lot of Nigerians are cowards. They prefer to go on people's inboxes and beg for food, beg for money. They prefer to cry in their kitchen, their living room. None of them is engaging the street as we speak. Well, let's listen to what this girl have to say.
I genuinely feel so overwhelmed, and I feel like if a lot of Nigerians come out and start speaking on what we are actually going through, then maybe changes will be made in the government. Don't you guys think? And this video, I just want to say to our president, I don't know if there have been any other president that is terrible, but you are such a terrible president. It is so hard. So I'm coming from the supermarket where I went to get foodstuffs, and everything has gone up again. It's just like every single week prices increase. I want to know, what is the government doing about this increment? Is there going to be a particular time where prices will stop going up? Is there going to be a particular time where things are going to go back? Guys, why am I going to get a crate of egg and they're telling me it is 6.5? It doesn't make any sense that egg will cost 6.5. Like, I literally can't remember when egg used to cost 800. And I'm so overwhelmed because this is literally my first time doing this adulthood thing alone. This is my first time moving out of my family house. this is my first time living by myself, and not just that, after I left the supermarket and I got home, my security is bringing NEPA bill, and NEPA bill has gone up by 2 times. Like, it's insane. I can't keep up with these bills. I am so overwhelmed and I'm so exhausted. Every single money that I have been making, I'm using it to pay bills. I don't even get to live properly. The craziest thing was, you want to go out to a certain location with your friends, and Uber is about 25,000. Like, even Uber, that we can't even take Uber. It is crazy. Like, why are things so expensive? And let's not even Lagos stinks. Lagos smells like shit. If you say, okay, I want to take a walk, I'm depressed, let me just take a walk, you can't even take a walk. Like, the place smells like crazy. Why does an entire state smell like this? And what is the government doing about the bad smell? Everything is just so overwhelming. You want to start up a business, and now you have to take a loan to start up a business, and the loan, you don't even know if you can actually repay it, because in the business, I don't know, I'm just so tired. Like, why is no one saying anything about it? Being an NYSC copper, there's nothing beneficial about this whole NYSC thing. The money I spend on transportation is just more than the alawi the government gives me. Like, it doesn't, I can't keep up. Like, I'm so tired of this bill, and I can't keep up. I am overwhelmed, and I'm tired, I'm exhausted. It's too much, and I wish that we would start calling the government out heads on. For example, Tinubu, you are a terrible president. Like, what are you doing to help us? What are you doing to help the economy? You are so terrible. I'm so sick and tired of Nigerians acting like we are strong, and they say, oh, Nigerians, we are actually very strong. Oh, no matter how much they increase things, we still chest it. No, it is not cute. We are cowards. That is a cowardly behavior. You don't stand to ask people, oh, why is this expensive? For example, MTN, what the fuck is even going on? Literally, I spend over like 20,000 on data in a week, and I'm not even joking. 1.5 data cannot even last me for an entire day. I have to do 1.5 like 2 times a day, which is like 3,000 a day. It is too much. Like, what are you guys doing about it? Like, what is happening? I'm tired of paying bills. I feel like I don't have anything. I feel like I don't have any achievement to call my own. Every single time that I work hard, I'm spending it back in the economy to pay bills, and I wasn't created to pay bills. I'm just really tired, and I just want our money to count for something. And when is the government going to actually start working? Because Nigerians are so classist. Everybody now wants to behave as if they are rich. Everybody is faking wealth. But we are ending up being poor because we are struggling so hard to look rich. We are ending up being poor. So I need us as Nigerians to please start calling the government out. We should be tired of this by now. We need to call the government out. Prices need to start one place. Food needs to start one place. The economy needs to start one place. Like, we are tired. It's just too much. The more you work hard to achieve something, the higher it gets. The dream car that I was saving money for has literally gone double. I can't even afford it anymore. Instead, I'm going to use my money to buy, to just keep paying bills. And now house rent is double. Like, I am so sick. And I'm so tired of this. And I really need the government to intervene because I am so overwhelmed.
Very sad. Very, very unfortunate. Watching that particular video, my heart breaks. It's very, very sad. But we have another person here has something to say.
When you see our senators, our people in the National Assembly, the House of Reps, and even in the state levels, the House of Assemblies, when you see how large they live, you think Nigerians are living in America. You think we are the best developed nation in the world. We have the worst set of people in government. Very wicked and heartless set of people in government. You can't even point at a good person because it's now seen as a palatable place for them to steal as much as they can. And unfortunately, because Nigerians do not question these people, they do as they like and they get away with it. That is why somebody will have only 4 years to rule, and by the end of that 4 years, he has amassed the wealth of a generation to come. How are we going to develop with this kind of people? When are we going to get it right as a nation? When are we going to learn to demand answers from our leaders? These kind of people who steal the hopes of the next generation. When? This is Diary of a Broken Man, where we dissect political, economic, and social issues concerning our country, Nigeria. Remember to subscribe, to like, to share, and to comment. And I will see you on the next one. Today,
All right, all right. Very, very, very sad. But let's take
People not be angry. When police for your open gun shoot, nothing will happen. Before I even reach the fire while they go, people don't forget about me. Tell me one reason. I know they talk about 10 or 3. One reason. We go make police look citizen shooter. I just need one reason. We go make police look young boy. We no carry gun. We no attacker. Shoot them. If we are not in an insane country, we are not in a country where human lives does not matter. Give me one reason. One, oh, I know they ask for 10. One, we go make police key citizen. It's not the first, it's not the second, it's not the 20th. And the citizens, now the rest where they are alive, they look like mumu. They look like mumu. They sit down there, they wait to his nest. A cow where they arrange for slaughter. They not even they let them talk because they don't know the one way they'll talk. Where the whole nest. That they look like mumu. You'll give me one reason. Just one reason. Oh. Why would they live where would they live for this country? A young boy life now has been cut short. Maybe not dread where put for head. Maybe not saying a Benz where carry. I just know it must be something flimsy. People are dying on a daily for no reason. No actual fucking reason. And we are not doing anything about it. Because they see Benz that problem. This boy now don't die. People are protesting. Share the protest will bring him back to life. Officer, good afternoon. People will say I'm always angry. Why will I not be angry? If I get means to leave the country, maybe I'm not the best again. But because I'm stuck here, I'm fucking stuck here with cowards. Why will I not be angry? When police for your open gun shoot, nothing will happen. Before I even reach the fire while they go, people don't forget about me. Why would I not be angry? Why not vex? Give me one reason. Why police go carry gun? A trained officer kill young boy. Just one reason.
All right. That's the situation of our country right now. But people reacted to that particular video that I played earlier from the girl who complained of the prices of commodity and all that. Let's take this. Wisdom said, she's saying the truth. Our so-called patience has turned to a vice rather than a virtue. While another person said, Duchess said, some full-time housewives now see their husbands as lazy and unserious because of the terrible state of the country. Then I have this one here. 2027, this same lady will tell you, I don't need to vote, I beg. They already know who will win. Then come to 2 years and tell you why the president is miserable. The only time we have the power to do whatever we want is during elections. After then, we face whatever comes. Then I have two together here. Yaya said, turn by turn, limited when you guys supposed to flood the street and stop the changing of results. People were busy attending parties in 2023. A tested and trusted man who is a self-made billionaire volunteered his time and money supported by Nigerians abroad ordinarily failed. Director Casey said, she poured out her heart. Funny enough, I laughed watching this out of hysteria and passive anger. Survival mode has made us too numb in Nigeria. No human on earth should be subject to what 0.005% of what we are suffering in Nigeria today. It's very unfortunate that nobody's talking. I'm telling you, that same girl that was complaining earlier on, don't be surprised. In the next couple of days or months from now, she will automatically become Olosho. That's what they are doing. Majority of Nigerian girls right now in Nigeria, unfortunately, all of them are prostituting, including married women right now in Nigeria. All of them are prostituting. In fact, it has come to a level now that they stop men now on the road. Before, men chase women. So the Nigerian government have reduced our women to the level where many of them now even stop men now, stylishly, to get your attention. It's terrible. You see a graduate end up being Olosho. The country is dilapidating every blessed day. Why the guys? They are criminals now. I cried out a couple of days ago that somebody stole my money from my account in the UK, 335 pounds were taken away from my account, you know, and I have to chase it up because it's abroad. You know, they helped me out. My bank, Santander, helped me out with that money, 335 pounds 65 pence. So the money have been refunded back. Guess what? It was a Nigerian man. A Nigerian man. Look, the money have been refunded back, as you can see there on the screen, $431.88 dollars. You know, have been refunded back to me. If that money was taken out in Nigeria, I bet you that money we not go see them again. Bank will continue to stress you, they will frustrate you. But I was just here. And lastly, my pain in getting this money back, I would like to share that because this girl mentioned that she spent 1,500 naira on data every day. 25,000 naira is not even enough for a month or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Or I don't know, for a week. I don't know what she was saying. But I want to let you guys know, do you know that I spent 90,000 naira to call my bank from here? 90,000 naira. I was having about 120,000 naira on my account a week before I called. Obviously, there's no way I would have, because I did check my balance. There's no way I might have used more than 80,000 before that time. But 9 minutes or 40 minutes later, they put you on hold and all that. Then I hear you have 1 minute remaining. And the call went off. When it was closed for them to transfer me to the right person that want to talk to me. Guess what? I now put 50,000 naira in my account and call Santander back again. I started talking. Ah, God. When I see the village people will follow me that day why they call, I put 50,000 naira, my people. This is reality. Then I started talking. Since about 30 minutes or 40 minutes later, I was close talking, transferring me to the investigative people, whatever. He said, 1 minute remaining, 50,000 naira, finished. Because I really need to talk to these people because I'm not in the UK right now. I now put 100,000 naira in my account. Then I redial again. Luckily, I sorted all that out. Then I checked my balance. I was now having 30-something thousand naira remaining. So now, calculate. I put 100,000 naira. I was having 30-something thousand naira remaining. The 50,000 naira that I put, and the 120,000 naira I was having before, a week before time, which, how did I use it? We're in a postmodernism where everybody is now using WhatsApp to talk. So probably I spent over 100,000 naira to talk to my bank to get this refund back. And I see how terrible Nigeria is. And there's no way you can checkmate or question this criminality. Everybody is stealing from everybody. It's crazy. It's crazy. It was a Nigerian man who stole from my account in the UK. A Nigerian man. It's very sad. There's criminals everywhere. Criminals everywhere. If they steal from your account for Nigeria, you are on your own. You are finished on earth and in heaven. Nobody will help you. Whether we like it or not, the whole situation is affecting everybody. It's affecting everybody. It's crazy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. I appreciate you all, my people. I would just like us to move on right now. Madam Rita, you are the only one on the panel today. Please, I would like you to just talk to us so that we can round up the show. I don't want to be here for so long. We're already 1 hour, 14 minutes. Good evening to you, madam. It's good to have you on the show. Talk to us.
Yeah, Mr. Elvis, good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's good to see you, and it's good to hear from you. My lovely mommy diaspora, I'm still the only daughter that loves you in the whole wide world. And I'm greeting everybody in the comment section, you know, and Johnson Emmanuel, you know, I think this 2025, you should be on this panel. I think you are overdue. Aboaz, it's good to hear from you, Patience, and everybody. Adjo, the Debbie baby. You know, good afternoon, everybody. A lot has happened. I've been going back and forth and seeing a lot of things on the internet about what's happening in Nigeria. Perhaps I would like to start with this young lady who cried out. I guess my view might be different. Some people might not agree with me, but hey, that's why it is Nigeria Watch. I'm going to express my opinion. I feel that Nigerians need to be broken. Yes. Nigerians need to be more broken than this young lady who is crying out about the hardship of the nation. Because when you are broken, it's an avenue for you to realize your potential. Many Nigerians are suffering and smiling, like what Fela said. Many of us, you have this culture of subserviency. Oh, let us bear it. Okay, let's not talk too much. Let's not complain. Let us respect our elders. Let us stop this vituperation of what we're experiencing. You know, let us this, let us that. Young lady, this is the tip of the iceberg. But I can give you a solution. Maybe it's temporal. The solution is number one. You see that place that you are staying in, go and look for a cheaper place. Number two, you fix your nails, you're looking nice and all that. Perhaps if you're fixing your nails once every week or once every 2 weeks, perhaps maybe you should go to using your natural nails now. Or perhaps if you need to do some pedicure or manicure, maybe once a month instead of 3 times in a month. And you will see the amount of money that you save. Now, you talked about buying your dream car. Perhaps this is not the time to buy your dream car. You probably purchase something that is durable, something that is the parts are cheaper. It's good on gas or fuel. And then, we can take it up from there and then you start to save. Nigerians are used to living a certain lifestyle because the culture is only respect those who seem to have money, only respect those who are wearing some expensive clothing, only respect those who are driving expensive cars. That is the culture of Nigeria. That is the dream of every youth in Nigeria today, including adults as well, because that is the name of the game. They say you fake it until you make it. You have to look the part to get the respect that you deserve. That is the culture. And so right now, you see young ladies, like this young lady that came, crying out, she's saying she can't cope. She can't, living on your own, she can't because the rent is expensive. The car she wants to buy, she can't. She's realizing even to buy food, egg is expensive. I don't know. I feel this lady is even very average. Okay, now think of the woman who is selling orange or who is going to the market every day. She's paying taxes in the market. And, she doesn't have time to fix her hair or do her nails. As often she has responsibility. The same thing also applies to the men. A father of 3 children, he's paying house rent. He's not even in his own home yet. And then he has school fees to pay. He has children to feed, not even himself now. He has children to feed. And of course, it's expected that he should also take care of his wife. So you see, the pressure is on different levels. It's on different levels. Mr. Elvis, the responses that you played from one Christian guy and the last 2, that you mentioned, I totally agree with those men. Because I don't think a lot of Nigerians, I don't even say youths, including the older people, a lot of Nigerians don't realize their power. A lot of Nigerians don't realize that the decisions that they make when they're voting, that it's coming back to paying everybody. So that is where we are in now. There are going to be many more cries than what this young lady is just putting out there. So many more cries. She's maybe semi-ajabota, as I see. It's hurting her so much that she's even bawling. It's painful that the quality of life that you want to live for yourself, the system forces you not to live, to the quality of life that you want for yourself. So what do? You're forced to adjust and adjust and adjust and adjust. Are we an adjustment country? So the only way that we can kind of sort of change the narrative is get involved in voting the right person. And even when your votes are being stolen, get involved. Be ready to sacrifice. Be ready to sacrifice. Nigerians do not know the culture of sacrifice. Let us call it a spade. Nigerians do not know the culture of sacrifice. They just can't. That is why we are here today. So my dear young lady, I'm sorry that you are forced to not buy egg or buy egg from 800 to 6,000 naira. I'm sorry that you're not able to buy your dream car. I'm sorry that, your house rent is increasing and your utility bills are increasing. I'm sorry this is happening, but you have the power, my dear young lady. You have the power, just like many Nigerians, we have the power. But you know what? We need to be broken in order for us to see our potential. This is just the beginning. We Nigerians, that is the only way, Mr. There's some people might find this offensive. I'm sorry I'm saying this, but I just got to say it. Until somebody gets broken, until something drastically happens to every single Nigerian living in Nigeria today, until it happens to you, like, you know what, we are tired, then everybody hits the street and do what you need to do, whether Sri Lanka style or whatever style. I'm not saying anybody should go and buy anybody, but there's a way you take over your country, because all these countries where we live in, Europe, America, Canada, or Japan, or wherever, everybody, if you read their history books, there was a lot of things that happened before they got to that point, including women's rights. Including women's rights. The United States, everybody is shouting. Do you know how long the women were allowed to vote? Google is your friend. It's not very, very long. It's not very, very far. Yes, there's a time in America where women were not allowed to vote. Blood black, forget about the segregation part now. What women were not allowed to vote in America. Google it. Read history of different countries. It's because we are so subservient and we're so used to whatever information anybody gives us, we swallow it and we just move along. We don't go in depth, read history, and get inspired by, what others have done. And then we're coming here and then we're crying. All of us who live in diaspora, if you were sending $100 to your family back home, now you're probably sending like $300 to $500 because things are getting expensive every day. So it's a ripple effect to us living abroad too. So it's just unfortunate things are just the way they are. But, I don't really want to ponder so much about the young lady's cries, because that is our experience every day. And, but the police, find that young man. I don't really know the story. I'm just seeing it for the first time. It's unfortunate. When I talk about PTSD, I remember the first time I mentioned PTSD, like the average Nigerian suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder. People found it offensive. The average Nigerians, including most of us who are in diaspora, you just need a trigger to remind you of the oppressive country you are coming from. If you grew up in Nigeria as an adult to a certain age and you live abroad, certain things that you see, certain things to trigger you, it shows that many of us have some level of PTSD just because of the country where we are born, just because of where we are coming from. So you can imagine now, those who are actually living in it, living in the abuse, living in the pain, living in the intimidation. You cannot get a normal country now. You cannot get a country the way everybody is saying. Like what that young man was saying, he said Nigeria is an abnormal, not that young man, that chief Tola Adeniyi. He said Nigeria is an abnormal country. Black Panther has mentioned it before. Mr. Jonathan has mentioned it before several times. Nigeria is not a normal country. Nigeria is not a normal country. And 85% of Nigerians are not mentally okay, both old and young. It is a fact. I'm not guessing. Mr. Elvis, I've not started though, please. I've not started. Please, I know today is Saturday and hurry.
Can you start now then, please?
Okay, I'm starting now. Okay, let me start. Let me start now. I'm going to start with my sister Natasha Akoti. First of all, I would like to shout out to Chief Orishe Jolomi Uduaga, the Elema of Warri Kingdom. I would like to make a shout out to him to say that I'm very proud of you, sir. I'm very proud of you, sir, for standing by your wife. I'm very proud of you, sir. Thank you very much. Your unwavering support is noticed. We see it. We see it. Thank you very much, sir, for your maturity and your support for what your wife is going through. God bless you, sir. God bless you, sir. There's a lot of Akpabios watching me right now, watching Nigeria Watch. There's a lot of Akpabios, even in the comment section, you know yourselves. There's a lot of Akpabios all over the world, specifically Nigeria. Some of you are actually watching. Some of you have done what Akpabio did. Some of you are even doing it as I speak. You better stop it. And where you've erred, you better go for atonement. Yes. Yes, it is coming. It is coming. You are going to be disgraced. It is coming. And I also want to make this announcement. Nigerian men, educate your daughters. Educate your daughters, Nigerian men. Nigerian men, teach your daughters to be outspoken. Nigerian men, educate your daughters. Nigerian men, teach your daughters to be very outspoken. Nigerian men, educate your daughters. Nigerian men, educate your daughters. You see what is happening with Natasha? If you don't speak out now, it's going to happen to your grandchildren, even your daughters, perhaps even your wives. You know, Mr. Elvis, when this issue started, I don't know if you remember, there's some things that I mentioned. And it's like, when I heard the aftermath, I was shaking my head because the Nigerian society is very, very predictable. If you listen carefully, if you notice the temperature of how many Nigerian, some, not all, how they think, how they react to issues, very predictable. I told you something. I said, when a woman, this is Nigeria, I'm not talking about any other country, Nigeria now, because Nigeria is the case study. When a woman is outspoken, she's educated, and she's complaining about something that has been done to her continuously. Typically, I don't care if anybody would say I'm saying a lie or I'm being, they've called me feminist before. I say I'm not a feminist. I don't want to be a feminist. And I'm ready to argue it with you. They will attack the woman. They will talk about her as a person. They will talk about her looks. They will talk about her marriage. They will talk about her children. And I was, my prediction was accurate. In fact, I even mentioned they will now talk about how she's not fully Nigerian. They will say she's half. My predictions were very accurate. Very, very accurate. And that is exactly what they're doing. And some part of the media and some media rats, some useless media rats in the media are putting out false information about Natasha. I don't understand why it's so difficult for all these so-called elders or men to kind of, they're not even stylish about it. They ignore the cries of Natasha Akpoti-Oduaghan. That sexual harassment part, they ignore it. And I think I know why they ignore it. Because they are practicing it. It's not like they have practiced it past tense. Present tense, they are practicing it. That is why they are ignoring it. Many of them, some of them, not all, are pedophiles. Yes, I said so. Some of them are pedophiles. They're actually defiling a girl child and a young boy, even as I speak. So that's why many of them are quiet about this issue. I'm not even bothered about, they say her character or, she wasn't represented, like what just Adetu said. Natasha is nice. I saw the past video on social media about what the man for Bodilon's wife was doing. That's like a tout Agbero character. What happened? If that is the basis on which they are suspending her for 6 months, that she did not behave properly, if that is the basis, Natasha is very nice and very, very cultured on her stance, and she even told them about Section 10, Order 10 of the rights of a senator. But now they're trying to tell us that suspension is not really about the sexual assault. It's all about her behavior, her countenance, the way she behaved is not worthy of a senator. In fact, I don't know. I'm so angry that I'm going back to default to be calm. Because it just occurred, it's just showing that Nigeria is not normal and many people are not mentally stable. And whatever is happening to Natasha now, both male and female, forget about her behavior, about the her talking that, the Section 10 she was referring to. I'm talking about this sexual deviant aspect that happened to, deviancy that happened to her. If anybody is not talking about that, if anybody is ignoring that part, if you have a wife, if you have a sister, if you have a granddaughter, if you have a daughter, and you don't support it, it's going to happen to this female in your life. It is not a curse. It's karma. It's karma. It's going to happen. Even if you take your daughter to the United States, or you take your daughter to the ends of the world, to Australia, something like that's going to happen to her, and she won't see anybody to cry for her. Yes, nobody will come and support, because it will revert back to what you are doing to Natasha now. And I'm saying, Natasha, I'm very proud of this woman. I'm proud of her strength. I'm proud of her resilience, and I'm proud of her stance. And I'm going to repeat it again. Nigerian men, educate your daughters. Nigerian men, teach your daughters to be upright and standing. It is very important. I'm not just saying just the women now. You know, I know you have to do that to your sons as well, but knowing the egocentric country that Nigeria is, you know, this male chauvinistic way of behaving, of dismissing women, you know, when they're abused or when they're intimidated, you ought to start grooming your daughters now to be educated, to be upright, and to able to speak out. To be able to speak out, encourage them, teach them, Nigerian men, please, teach them. When I see the likes of Odetola and I see the likes of Tony Elumelu understands what the business world looks like. Why do you think that man takes his daughters to every business meeting around the world? Because he knows one day he's not going to be there. He knows one day that his daughters will be used to men like him, who have a lot of power and money, and they cannot intimidate his daughter. That's why he takes his daughters everywhere, because they understand the temperature of how the world is. So I can tell you for a fact that Tony Elimelu's daughter, she's in a business meeting with president, she can stand confidently and nobody will disrespect her. And if they do, she will speak out, because her father is grooming her. So men, groom your daughters, educate your daughters. Educate your daughters, please, my fellow men. I'm begging you. Put extra effort for your daughters, because in the world we live in today, especially if they want to live in Nigeria, they are very vulnerable. The system does not support them. Please.
Thank you, Madam Rita.
That's all I have to say for now. I would love to have stretched it for the whole section, but I would, Mr. Elvis, I'm going to pause here. I don't know if you want me to pause for this thing you put on the screen. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. Later. Thank you, man. Thank you very much for your submission. I appreciate you. All right, I would like to quickly take this article here. As you can see, these satanic people and their statements. You know, I am pained. We supported Tinubu despite his cocaine certificate forgery and forgery scandals. You know, El-Rufai finally opened up. The same man, he knew that this thing was wrong, but he supported it at that time because of their selfish interest. Now they're not they play again. They confess it. These people, Let me just take a call. Thank you very much, Madam Deborah, for calling in. Good evening to you, ma'am. Please talk to us. You have 3 minutes. Work with your time, ma'am, please.
Yes, I will. Good evening, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good evening to everyone, all our viewers and commenters all over the world. Just a quick one. I want to thank you for your presentation. I just want to quickly say something about what Darlene said about what is going on in Nigeria. I think she's asking why is everyone quiet, why are people not talking? But that to me is the usual. I think it's just the normal thing in Nigeria. People don't talk. Nobody cares about what is going on. Everybody is looking for their own selfish interests. Now nobody cares what is happening in the country. You know, if you listen recently, I think it's a Catholic priest that went to the U.S. Congress to speak on behalf of killings in Benue and all of the things that have been going on. But then, do we not have all these mega pastors in Nigeria, people like Adeboye, all those ones with big churches? Have they cared to even speak out against all the atrocities that these Fulani herdsmen have been committing? But they all kept quiet. So no matter what happens in Nigeria, people are not going to do anything. If you hear some of the things that are going on in Nigeria, you wonder, why are people silent? People are not going to do anything. That's the most pathetic part of the whole situation. but that's just the situation. Even when you complain, people will tell you, just forget Nigerian matter. So panic, I get my own. People, that's just the culture. That's just the situation. There's very, very few people that really care about what is going on. That's all I have to say.
Thank
You so much, Mr. Elvis.
God bless you, Mother Deborah. Thank you for putting your voice to this. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate you all. I'd like us to move on now. Let me come to Sir Louis. Sir Louis, thank you very much for joining us today. But Sir Louis, you have noise on your background, please. You don't unmute when you have noise on your background, please. Nobody should unmute.
I was moving out of there when I unmuted.
Yeah, you'd have moved out of there first before you unmute, sir. In case of next time.
Pardon.
Thank you, sir. Good evening. Please talk to us. 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Okay. Please. I'm just going to do this again. I do understand that. I hope it doesn't sound like a broken record. I'm going to give 3 minutes of my 8 minutes to my darling Lady Rita. She was saying something. I want her to complete what she was saying, please, if she's okay with it.
She cannot do that now. In a final submission, I'll add it to her. That's fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
You have 5 minutes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Lewis. Thank you.
Now, this is my submission. You see, there's the case of Natasha. It's been ongoing. This is what I have to say. It takes a strong man to marry a strong woman. A strong man. The husband to Natasha, I give it to him. That man is a strong man. Not all men can marry a wife like Natasha, or have a wife like Natasha. Not all men. For women that are very outspoken, a woman that has the strength to fight a system as satanic as the system we have in Nigeria right now. It takes a strong man to stand with that woman to say, darling, I support you, darling. I'm going to be here for you. Go on, don't worry. I'm your pillar and your strength. It takes a strong man to do that. So I give that to the husband. You see, just now when I joined, you started from, I think I joined where you were talking about the Nigerian women being the system is turning them to prostitutes and whatever. And I think it's a culture. Someone spoke about it on Facebook some time ago. I watched a video. He said there's a hookup culture that is growing up in Nigeria right now. It's almost many ladies are becoming hookups, turning into hookups. He said, and this is one area that the Nigerian government need to look into. When Lady Rita spoke about just that, there's so many things I was like, wow, when she was talking like that, wow, because she nailed it. She actually brought out the point. The thing is, in Nigeria right now, we have to break out of this system where it's strange to the political structure to see a woman like Natasha standing up, because Nigerians have been conditioned. I said this before, from the culture, from the ancient culture that by now that many people have walked away from, that we are still trying to bring it to our political arena. Nigerians are conditioned not to speak or question anyone in authority, which is very wrong. And that makes the people, it builds cowardice in the society. Nigeria, majority of them are cowards, and there's timidity in the Nigerian community. You don't speak out. Natasha is fighting so much. The Ajakuta steel she's talking about, do you know how much corruption that revolves around the Ajakuta steel? About the amount of money, what billions that went into that steel today, no one can actually tell what happened. So there's a lot happening. So the Akpabio case is just the tip of the iceberg, and this is going to expose a lot. And this we also it's going to create an awareness for the Nigerian women, for those that actually want to, grow out of the shackles of slavery. Because I'm seeing so many things on social media, and I'm so shocked, disappointed, and appalled by so many posts on social media. Many people, women and men, they are all calling out sorts of things. Some people say, well, she's this, she's that. Some people will say, a man made a video saying Natasha husband should call her to order. Call what to order? Do you even know what is happening? And I watched the video, I looked at him and I said, what? Do you even know what is happening? Like Lady Rita said, she made mention of Tinubu Melu. You see, that is one of the men I follow on Facebook. I love him so much. I see the way the man goes around. And, it's an empowerment. That young girl is going to grow up to become a great woman. If you look at the man that passed away not too long ago, about Wigwe of Access Bank. The daughter now, she stepped up. She's now there at the university. She's there doing so much. Why? Because probably the parents, spend time with her. They train her to a particular level. It's not easy for a girl to lose her father and her mother and still be able to stand up to handle positions. That tells you that, parents, men, we should spend out our daughters. Not just bring them on to just become a wife, because that is still the mentality in Nigeria today. They say women don't talk. You have to sit down. You're going to go to. So why do you have to spend your daughter to go do a degree, do a master's, and then end up to become a housewife? If she's going to end up to become a housewife, then why do you have to invest so much for her to go through those corridors of institutions? We have to think outside the box, And in the Nigerian system today, like the Rita also said, majority of those men today, majority of them are now in the Nigerian constitution, it says that the age of concession is 18, right? So a lady has to be 18 before she gets married. That's what the constitution says. But in the north, a senator sitting down who was elected as a senator in the House of Assembly, we marry a 14 years old girl. I'll tell you where that is the Islamic law tradition. I've seen several of those videos on the internet. So it's terrible. So how do we get out of this mess? Anyway, I'll just leave it for now. Maybe later on I will continue from here. Thank you.
Thank you, Augusta Louis. Your 5 minutes exhausted. Your 3 minutes is pending for Madam Rita later on. Mr. Jonathan, it's good to have you on the show.
Is it my turn? Is it my turn?
Okay, yes. Okay, you talk to us. Give us a mandate. Please, good evening to you.
Thank you very much, sir. Good evening to you, Mr. Elvis. I do appreciate you for all that you are doing. God bless you. Thank you so much, panelists. I do appreciate everyone. I'm on the Afra this evening. I'm in lobby pass, so I love it pass with Amrita also. Anytime she's here, we'll drag on lobby pass. But above all, I love you and I love you. I love you. Well, thank you very much, everyone. Mr. Luis, I think also when you talk about the master's degree, right? I think maybe what I'll just probably say to what you said is that, okay, so why do you allow the girl to go do masters? Because as a master's degree holder, at that point, they can now sit at the M for fair. They are able to provide critical thinking to matters. They are not now behind the burner, but they are on the front liner. Because every master's degree holder should be able to sit in a board meeting and then be able to propound solutions to matters. And I thank you for the angle at which you brought this out, talking about late Albert Wigwe's daughter. Madam Rita, God bless you. I mean, for saying that was very profound. Nigerian men, train your children. Nigerian men, educate them, train them. I mean, pour yourself, pour into them. Now, honestly, the issue about Wigwe's daughter is a profound situation. That young girl, Tochi, lost the mother, lost the father, lost the elder brother, and is still able to stand. Is able to stand. It's just maybe just some few months. I don't think it's not a year, right? That she lost her family, her mom, her dad, and her elder brother. And now today they're already calling her, okay, come and speak on this wheel. What is she doing in the school and all that? It takes a man, and I think Abbas Wigwe also did a great job pouring into that girl, and the mother, Tochi's mom, did a wonderful job. And above all, I just pray that God Almighty keeps that girl, keep her siblings, and then keep their family, because now Tochi now had to stand in. Now imagine, let's bring Tochi in, and then compare Tochi to Senator Natasha. Now, if Tochi begins to speak all of a sudden, you know, the Nigerian men begin to ask her why would she speak in Nigerian culture? A girl cannot preside over the father's property. Hey, who tell you that? Who tell you that? And so all of these issues we can bring them together. And I think for me, what you said something also that is very profound. It takes a strong man to be able to marry a strong woman. And I think likes attract likes. And thank God for the husband of Senator Natasha. Honestly, it's just painful that they are doing this to this lady. She's outspoken. You brought in the issue of Ajakuta. When you make mention of that, what comes to mind is that is it maybe also the Senate president allegedly, including the presidency allegedly, they have had or they have something to benefit from Ajakuta, and that's why they have to suspend her for 6 months, knowing that maybe before she return, they would have carried out all of their satanic agenda that they won't be able to perpetrate if this lady is on the floor of that house. Allegedly. Thank you, my brother, for bringing that Ajakuta steel, for that Ajakuta smell, for bringing that up. Maybe, allegedly, the Senate president, the presidency itself, allegedly, they have an end goal in that project. And that's why they will not allow Natasha to pass a bill or to submit a bill on the floor of the house. Now, what keeps coming to mind is that why is it that in Nigeria or in that Senate house must there be a seat allocated? Why not just tell your engineers, give us a camera that can capture everybody at the sitting? Put a camera in that house that can capture the whole house in a sitting. I mean, we see the parliament in UN, we see the parliament in UK. Just one camera can capture the whole house. You can do a camera maybe from the top of the house that will capture everybody. The issue of sitting arrangement, because what she's clamoring for is that before the issue of okay, sit here, I don't sit here, I have to pass some bills, and if I don't sit in the front of a camera, they won't see me. So all of these things can be averted. It's just calling engineers, do this, and they do it, and they solve the matter. So and this fight is not for Natasha alone. It's a fight for the young girl child in Nigeria. It's a fight for every girl child. It's a fight for my wife, for your wife, for my mom, your mom, our in-laws, or your own. It's a fight for everybody. Now, I saw a video making round. A young girl is already calling out the presidency. You know what they are doing now? I think the girl is in service. I think they are already on that girl's case. Just for calling out calling out this government, this crooked government, for not doing their job. They are after that girl now. Allegedly, they are after the girl. Is it a crime to call your government to order? Is it a crime to ask your government, give us everything that has to do with good life? Good life. Is it a crime to ask for those things? Now they are after the girl. What kind of country is this? Now go to Rivers. You see one man, just one man. One man is already causing a chaos in that state. But you know, all of this that is happening, I just pray that this government does not explode on their head. I just pray for that this government does not explode on their head, because this is tyranny of the highest order. This is tyranny of the highest order. The presidency is doing his own. The center, they are doing their own. Rep is doing their own. Now you now see just one man, ex-governor, now a minister, troubling a whole state. What level of impunity is that? Should that even be allowed in the first place? But it should be allowed because they know what the guy did for them during the election. Mr. Elvis, we will not stop praying for you. Thank you for all that you are doing. God Almighty will bless you. Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much for always supporting this, your wonderful son. God bless you and keep you. Thank you, sir.
God bless you, my brother. God bless you too. I appreciate you. It's a collective effort. I appreciate you always. Okay, final person of the panel is Mr. Jonathan. Anybody that will join the panel from now on, you're only going to get 2 minutes. In case you want to click on the link to call me, you can, but you're only going to get 2 minutes. Mr. Jonathan, thank you very much, sir, for your time with us today. Good evening to you. You have 8 minutes. Talk to us, sir.
Hello?
Okay, Mr. Jonathan, you are there. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Hello, Mr. Elvis. I greet you once again. God bless you. God bless you abundantly. And today, happy weekend. I greet fellow panelists. Mommy Diaspora, I greet you, man. God bless you abundantly. And all those that are in the comment section, God bless you all greatly. I greet all the callers as well. I greet you all. God bless you all greatly and welcome. You see, yeah, it has been said. It's just that I just felt that it is appropriate not to keep quiet at this time. We cannot say enough. Absolutely. We cannot say enough. Because sometimes, and that is the Nigerian mantra. Oh, we have spoken, we have been talking, we have been saying, so I think it is enough now. There is no. Even if you are repeating yourself every day, if that is what it takes, let it be so. We cannot. So that is for me why I continue to contribute to this, Natasha, the Nigerian Senate, the shameless Senate. You know, I felt that we cannot say enough. I cannot say enough. So every day, if I have time permits me, I will put out my voice there, because that is what, because you how do you want to fight them? The question remains, how do you want to really fight them? You can't get them out of office. There is nothing you can really do that will impact them, that will affect them. So what are you going to do? Fold your arms, as Nigerians have been doing? No, we cannot. What we have is our voices, and we will continue to speak. So we cannot say enough. I think Madam Rita spoke very well. You know, that young lady, I don't even know where to put it. And again, Mr. Hike also said that, you know, Nigerians are cowards. Yeah, you can't. I mean, in fact, that would be an excuse me, please, my voice. That would be an understatement. Yes, they are. Where do you want to start from? You know, expressing her pains. When you listen to her express, and she has been properly advised. Madam Rita, you have properly advised her. You know, both from as a sister, and also as I was listening to you, you also give that's what a professional will also advise. If you go to your bank or you go to your financial advisor, that is the advice that she has been properly, you know, lectured and advised, both from natural perspective and from a professional perspective. She's advised. So Nigerians, somebody said, I don't know, it's one of the panelists today, or one of the videos. Nigerians it's a false life. They live false life all through. Fake life, just to put it plainly. The country itself is fake. We must get that correct. The country itself is fake. On top of it, the people there are living fake. Fake lifestyles. Because, yeah, I think it's one of the videos that will show. When you see Nigerians spend money, when you are in Nigeria, you see an average, the way they spend money. In fact, you will put Nigeria amongst the top 3. I'm not even saying top. You say Nigeria is among the top 3 countries in the world. Meanwhile, the entire place is shitty. The lady was talking about Lagos. They are so-called mega city. Smelly, stinking. I know that very well. The whole place will be stinking. So the only time you feel that, you see, you can make your house. When you are inside your house, you will feel like you are in United States. You will feel like you are in United Kingdom. You will feel that you are in Canada, you are in Japan, or any other place. You are somewhere in Europe. Inside your enclave there. The moment you step out, it will take you 2-3 minutes drive out of your enclave before you know that you are in a shitty, messy place. And Nigerians have been conditioned to accept their fate. See that lady complaining, expressing her pain. It is unfortunate for you. It's so unfortunate. And I believe the caller, Madam Deborah, said very soon she will seek self-help. She will hear her alternatives. She will go, you see. And then that's what many of them are doing. Then she will just keep quiet. She will flow. Rather than doing the needful, confront this corrupt system, come together as one. Nigerians to come together as one and confront this evil system that we have. Until that happens, the country is going nowhere. You can't get a good country on a platter. It doesn't happen. Yes. Again, I will agree with my fellow panelists. One of them was talking about, you think it was easy? Go history. You know, this is 21st century. This is 2025. Just take your phone and Google what it took them to where they are in United States, in Europe, in all the developed countries. You think they got it on a platter? You think it is by sitting down in their houses and living fake life and being psychophants all over the place, seeing evil and calling it good? You think that is how they arrived where they are today? You think they arrived where they are today by just, romancing the evil system? You think they arrived there today by people seeing women being molested and they will say it is all well? You think women in those countries, they got the rights that you all are dreaming to have today? You think they just got it by supporting men who are molesters, who are harass? You think that is how? You think they just got there like that? A 5-minute read will blow your mind off. Take that your phone, just a 5-minute read on Google. Just do it. No country. So you think Nigeria own is going to be different? So you think it is by going to church and fasting 100-day fasting? You think that is how you are going to get there? It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. We just leave few people out there doing it. No, it has to be collective. We must, Nigerians, you cannot get a good country. There's nothing to compare Nigeria with where you will say you want a better country. The country is not even good in the first place. These men, the Senate altogether, and the few women amongst them, they still don't get it. That is why that man that came to arise, just look at the rubbish. After more than 2 weeks, with everything that has been said, look, they still have the guts to still become. They still don't get it. They just don't get it. I don't know. We've said it, everything. These people just don't get it. So, that young lady, I'm going to end with you again. That advice.
Thank you.
Please take it. That is what you need. And to many Nigerians as well, that stop living fake life. Confront this evil together. Come together collectively and confront these people. That's the only way. It's not going to come cheap. You can't get it on a platter of gold. It's not going to happen.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis. I
appreciate you. I will support you 100% that Nigerians are living fake life. Apart from they are not speaking over what is affecting them, they are living fake life here in Lagos. Lots of them fake lifestyle. That's what they are living. In fact, currently Nigerians in Nigeria now they lie past for the whole world. Now they are professionals in lies. Then at the end of the day, what do we know? The same people that are complaining today, election come tomorrow, they'll go vote their papers will come from their village, and then they'll be complaining. I beg, let's move on. Let me quickly move on to, we're supposed to have our final submission, and Mr. Collins, you are coming in now. I don't know what happened to your network earlier on, but I'll give you only 5 minutes. Talk to us. Good evening to you.
Mr. Elvis, I've been marginalized. 5 minutes. God bless you. I've got issue with network. I'll be struggling with the network here. It's network issue.
Okay.
So anyway.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. You see, I've been listening to us. In fact, pause it. I've been listening to all of us. I think it has been very, very interesting. I just have little thing to say anyway. It's very splendid to be in this forum. It's really sad. Just like we all have been submitting, and most especially my last brother just spoken, Mr. Jonathan, has spoken very well. That's what Nigeria is. Yeah, people are looking for a better Nigeria. Nigeria is not even, it's not even good. The place is not good. Just as you said, Mr. Elvis, that Nigerians, they are the highest liars I've ever seen. They lie too much. They will lie to themselves. A country where somebody will lie to his own self, his own spirit, and destroy himself through greed, just lying, cheating, in whichever way they want to break that that trust that you have, that you try to establish. They want to break it. They don't want it to exist because they are looking for immediate stomach infrastructure. That's what Nigeria is finished. Nigeria, for me, I look at Nigeria, that place need to collapse so that they start rebuilding. It will never work. This system will never work. I've listened to a lot of us while I was at the background with my network. I know that I was off and on. You know, my sister Rita has spoken very well. He talked about, you know, people to emulate $10 and other people. How many $10 do we have in that land? How many Dangote do we have there that people have to emulate, that are bringing up their children? People can't even feed themselves. She was talking about, you know, men educating their children, you know, their daughters. You know, that's very interesting. But the men that we are talking about, do they even know what they need to tell their daughters? They don't know. They don't know their right. They don't even know where they are. Imagine a situation where you have a nation that is in total darkness. In fact, I've been saying it all the time. Light is power, and light is a source of information. Light and energy is source of information, and energy is power. And power is what you need to get yourself what you want. They don't want us to have that power. If the moment they take that light away from you, you will be kept in perpetual darkness. You don't know how to differentiate between good, bad, and ugly situation because you are in darkness. That is how Nigeria is kept. Nigeria is in total darkness. Go to some parts in every country, you see where people have been in darkness for 6-7 months. How will you expect those kind of people to get any good information? They can't. In fact, keeping Nigeria in darkness is a deliberate action to keep us in perpetual subjugation and servitude. It is intentional, not that they are just, no, you think they cannot solve the problem. But once they solve the problem of energy in Nigeria, people will have access to information, and information is power. So you will never have that access. How could you expect a man that doesn't even know his own rights? A man that believes that man is the head of the house and in totality, whether he's funding, whether he's the breadwinner or not, he's still the head. Women cannot speak. There are still family today where women are not allowed to speak in a congregation of community discussion. How can you expect such a man to educate the daughter? It will give wrong information to that child, because what they know 200, 300 years ago is what they are still carrying on their head, because they've been cut off from innovations, they've been cut off from informations, they've been cut off from ideas. In fact, Nigeria is in darkness, and when somebody is in darkness, you can never grow. The first thing that they need to fight right now in Nigeria is to make sure that there is light, energy, so that people can have access to information. What we are doing right now, if we have 1 million people listening to us, I've said this multiple times, Elvis, you are my witness. What we are doing right now, on daily basis, if we have 1 million persons listening to you on daily basis, Nigeria would have been transformed, you know, on a very high rate level. When you have 5-6 people doing what we are doing right now, and you have at least minimum of 1 million, 1.5 million listening. But would they have access to energy? They can't. They can't even afford to feed themselves. People are struggling to eat. And all these kind of people, they don't even think of. It's only when you are full that you begin to reason the fact that, oh yes, I need to take the next step. When you are hungry, you don't reason very well. And that is the kind of poverty they weaponize against Nigerians. They can't even eat. Look at that girl crying. When she planned, Nigeria will replan it for her. When she planned, Nigeria will replan it for her. That is Nigeria. When you plan, Nigeria will happen to you. When you plan, Nigeria will happen to you. They don't care. In a civilized world, or in a world that the leaders put the interest of the people at hands, they support the people, they create an enabling environment to make sure that those people, they get what they want to grow. But Nigeria is opposite. Before you grow, they bring you down. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Thank you. I appreciate the time given to me. Mommy Diaspora, thank you all, my panelists. Sorry for not congratulating each and every one of us, my viewers at home and those in the comment section. May God bless you all. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Oga Chris Collins. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. That's a very, very good description of our people in Nigeria. I'm not going to say all Nigerians. No. Nigerians in abroad, we have a different mentality. But Nigerians back home, I need to come spend time for them and know them much better. But meanwhile, let's have our final submission. Madam Rita, I come back to you again. You have 5 minutes. Supposed to have 2 minutes.
Thank
3
you.
minutes to you. Please work with it. 5 minutes. Thank you.
Yes, I would like to say thank you very much, Mr. Sir Louis, for giving me 3 minutes extra from your time. And Mr. Elvis, I disagree with you when you said the Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians who live abroad, they have a different mentality. We are here time and time. I'm sure you've experienced it. Nigerians who live abroad, some Nigerians who live abroad, they haven't changed in their mentality. The mindset hasn't changed. So it cut across Nigerians in every part of the world. It's just that it's more worse for the people who live in Nigeria. And now, Prince Collins, you mentioned something that because they don't have, of course, they don't have the electricity to see programs like this, Mr. Elvis program, Nigeria Watch. And by the way, please, those of you who haven't liked, please like this program and share this program. Yes, you know, that is not a yardstick to say you do not know what is right or don't know what the right thing to do. That's not a yardstick to me at all. Because many of them go to churches. And this is where we say, you know, church leaders or places of worship, this is what they all know this. This is what they ought to teach their congregation. Although in recent times, I've seen them talk about how to treat your house workers good, you know, how to raise your sons and daughters. And, you know, very, very few of them, you know, but even if you don't have electricity, majority of Nigerians are very religious, right? And they go to these churches. I'm using church as an example now. And, you know, they look up to their pastor and the man is explaining and teaching them things about life in relating to the Bible. I mean, those things shouldn't be, not having electricity shouldn't be a yardstick for not knowing what to do. I mean, the world is changing.
Sorry to come in. That is not democratic. We need things that will teach them about democracy, not religion.
Yes. No. See, sir, I'm not saying religion per se. I'm saying, the church is a place where people get a lot of information, in case you don't know.
But they don't do the right thing. The church they don't do the right thing.
Yes, but my point is, you mentioned about the electricity. Yes, because people have opportunity to watch a lot of things, you know, they could afford electricity and to buy, you know, internet and all that stuff. But however, I'm saying that is not also a yardstick for them not to know what to do, for the men not to know how to behave like fathers, you know, because every grandfather right now, even great-grandfather, they have cell phones. People forward videos to them, you know. I would not say the entire Nigeria, at least 80% of Nigerians have cell phones, they have Android phones, they watch videos, people share videos, people watch videos, people are showing all sorts of things. And so even if you say they don't know what to do, the young men of these days, if you're talking about the young men, even any man in his 60s right now, you cannot say they don't know what to do. If any man in his 60s going down, you can't tell me you don't know how to be a father. You can't tell me that you're not seeing what's going on and the fact that you have daughters and you need to train your daughters, because the future is not very Nigerian future for women is not very friendly. That's what a lot of Nigerian men don't know. Even if you live in diaspora, even in the same diaspora, if you don't have an outspoken daughter who is significantly, disadvantaged because of the color of her skin, if you don't teach your daughter how to stand up upright and how to speak up and educate her to the best of your ability, man, there's a big problem coming. That's my point. That's my point. Regardless of even if you don't have electricity or you don't have enough information, but what you have, try to see the temperature of the world and try to ask for help. Ask for help. Like you're going through something, ask for help. But you know, at the same time, the help you might get may not be even an experienced person, but at least ask for help. You don't know what to do. That's why people need to share this program. And even if you can't share it, for people who don't have internet in Nigeria, if you have brothers, uncles, you know, in Nigeria, or you have young men that you're mentoring in Nigeria, or young women, talk to them about this thing. Don't always talk about, oh, everywhere is hungry. I bet, brother, send me money. Western in your, direct account to account. It's not about that. Also speak to them about this is how you are to act. This is how you behave. If you have a cousin or a brother who is in Nigeria, you need to talk to him about educating his daughters. Ask those questions. Those are the most important things. You know, aside, of course, you're sending them money, but those are the most important things. They need to hear it from us who have the information. That is my point. And moving along, you know, before my time is over, I just want to say something that...
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay. I just want to say something that Akpabio will forever be labeled as a sexually deviant person. Yes, in case he doesn't know, he will forever be labeled as a sexually deviant person. And Natasha is not just the only one. Joy Nunien came out. Everywhere went that issue went to voicemail. Now this has come out, so it's going to be in the internet forever. In case they don't know, in case those ancestors in the National Assembly do not know, it's going to be forever. Anybody who is answering that last name Akpabio now know that there's sexual deviancy that is going to be attached to it. And Nigeria is not a normal country. I keep saying, Mr. Black Panther and Mr. Jonathan has said it in the past. Nigeria is not a normal country. And I would say, finally, Nigerians are going through some different levels of PTSD. And we need to do something about it ASAP. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you very much, Madam Rita, for putting your voice to this broadcast today. I appreciate you, man. Sir Louis, your turn now. 2 minutes. Sir.
Right. Before I think we are going about the Natasha and the other case. Let me quickly address something that Mr. Evie spoke about. You know, I think before he started giving us time to talk. He talked about spending money to call Santander Bank in the UK. I want to quickly say this. This is what I do. You know, when you live outside the UK, like you live in Nigeria right now, the cheapest way to actually call, this is what I do is I have a Skype. So the Skype, I paid for a landline number on Skype, which is annually. I just pay annually for the number. Then I have a subscription on my Skype. The subscription I do on my Skype is, I think it's within because I'm in Canada right now, so it's within like $3. So it gives you unlimited call to landline or mobile phone in the UK. So through that Skype, I speak to every company I speak to the UK because I still do remote work. Although I'm in Canada right now with them, so I have 5 accounts in the UK. I have Nationwide, I have NatWest, I have Barclays. So I still speak to them from here. So while I wanted to quickly say this to you, so you won't spend much money calling direct from a mobile phone. You can have a subscription on Skype. So all you need is just a data, or if you have a Wi-Fi in your house, and it makes it more easier for you and more cheaper than doing calling direct. So what you do is you call from your Skype, and you can buy a landline number on your Skype, or you can put your UK mobile number on your Skype. So when you call the person directly, your UK number is what will appear on their phone over there. You understand? So that will make it more cheaper for you than loading money on your Nigerian phone, calling direct, because you're going to keep wasting money because they're going to put you on a long call on hold, and that will keep eating your cash. So I think we've said it all. I mean, there's so much that needs to be done in Nigeria as a country. Okay. And Natasha is just going to open the eyes of everyone for the ladies to understand that Nigeria we're actually facing I'll say it's a warfare right now, a warfare going on within the political class, the elite, and the Nigerian people. The Nigerian people, would they allow the Nigerian people to have the country, to actually say Nigeria is Nigeria for all? That is where we are right now. We are at that point where when Nigeria continue to become a pawn to the cabals, or the Nigerian people will have Nigeria to themselves. That is where we are right now. Natasha is speaking. She's come in to actually open the eyes of many. And I pray that many people wake up from their slumber. Many people should wake up from their cowardice and see Nigeria for themselves and see who they are and know they have the power in their hands. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Louis. That idea, I really do appreciate you. I will download Skype straight away now. I don't think I have it. I used to have it years ago. I abolished it. But I think I need to have it back now. They suffer me, man. Only when I take all these people for UK, no, I don't want to pass through it again.
Yeah, sorry, just download it, then have a subscription. It will give you unlimited call to any mobile landline in the UK. Maybe that would be like, if you want to pay with your UK account, maybe that would be like £2 a month or £3 a month. So that will give you unlimited call to anywhere in the UK. Then you can also buy a number if you want to have a landline number. So if they want to call you from UK, let's say someone want to call you from UK, they will then call that landline number you put on Skype. If you put that number on your account, then it will ring on your mobile phone and someone is calling you direct. You pick it, speak to them anyway.
Isn't that, Mr. Lewis, isn't Skype shutting down?
Sir?
Skype. I think Skype is shutting down. Like they are closing it up.
I don't know. I have to find out about that because I've been using it now for years and it's really working for me. I haven't seen that. So
The reason
I'll check
why
it out. Thank you.
they will close up because a lot of people left them. You know, so I'm part of the people that left them because the last time I used Skype is more than 13, 14 years ago. So yeah, going back to that now because of this particular one, I beg me they never close down because I need them.
You will need it. Thank you.
God bless you, Sir Louis, for that. I appreciate that. Mr. Jonathan, please talk to us.
Mr. Elvis, sorry, I just read that Skype will be stopping in May of 2025. You know, so just letting you know that.
See now.
Oh my goodness. Okay, then, oh my goodness, I didn't know that. Thank you, Lady Rita. I just finding that now.
See now.
So they're going on Teams. They're transferring to Teams. You know, Microsoft Teams.
Okay, that's better. I have to read about it. Maybe you can still continue your services on Teams. Okay, thank you. I'll find out. Yeah, I'll read about that. I'll let you know. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much, my people. Let me come to Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, go ahead, sir. 2 minutes.
Yeah, Mr. Elvis. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, there's what I just want to say is just to, again, just quickly say this on the Nigerian Senate. They are living, they are eating, they are dreaming and swimming on impunity. In fact, impunity is their mantra. They live on it, they eat it, and they can only survive on impunity. Those people cannot last 7 days without impunity. Is the blood with which they live. They need it. They need it consistently. They must act impunity. That is the only way they can survive. They can't survive without that. That's the only way. It's unfortunate. Here in Canada, sometimes ago, about 3 years ago to be precise, less than 3 years ago, one of the provinces here, Manitoba, just about less than 3 years ago, a prostitute, because in Nigeria they love it. That's I said they live in impunity and total disregard. Forget about rule of law. Total disregard to humanity. When they are playing their evil, they will be using, they'll start talking about, they will come to the lifestyle of the woman. In Canada, yes, a few years ago, a lady, a prostitute, was spied. A prostitute was spied after she has been sexually molested, raped. She was spied and she was dumped. The premier of that province, which is the equivalent of a governor, because he refused to call for that place should go and be searched, to use his power, that dumpster they should go and search the place, landfill. He resigned. At the end of the day, he did not last. His story is there. He resigned. It is only in Nigeria.
All right.
They are calling Natasha all kinds of names. Impunity.
Thank you.
Is their mantra. Is the blood with which they live. They cannot survive without it. That's why you see a man, the one with red cap.
Thank you. We are working with time. Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan.
Anyway, Mr. Elvis, let's just leave it there for today. I thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone.
Mr. Jonathan, thank you so much, sir. God bless you. I hate to stop your flow, to be honest. Anyway, give us a mandate.
Share my time for Madam Rita, Mr. Jonathan. Share my time for them.
I'll give them 1 minute. Okay, I'll come back to them. Oga Prince Collins, go ahead. 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis. You see, it's a pity. That country just need to crash. It's not that is. We have to say the truth. It's just need to crash. Like what Oga Jonathan just said. Now that's the way it is. You know, the impurity is the order of the day, and a country where you have impunity is the roots that is spreading the tap roots is impunity, and the fibrous roots is an extended impunity with the stem going back to produce fruits. What kind of fruit do you expect such a tree to be producing? It's going to be the roots of impunity as well. Everywhere has been seriously, messed up. The system is messed up. There's no truth in the system. When you assist people that you assist, they are the one that will want to wage a war against you. The people in your environment that you want them to live better life, they are the ones that are going to gang up against you to even deal with you. That's the way that society is. They don't even trust themselves. Mother have no trust for father have no trust for children have no trust for parents. That's the way it is now. That's why you see that crime is everywhere. Look at the rate of crime in Edo. Look at the rate of crime in Ondo. Look at the rate of crime in every part of the nation. It's alarming. It's alarming. It's alarming. So in a situation like that, you can never, talk about betterment, because it's not even good in the first place. When something is good, that is when you begin to say, okay, how are we going to better it? There is nothing to write home about. You cannot start from where you don't have peace. Nigeria is already what the American president call it. I don't want to call it the Donald Trump call it then. That's what it is right now. People are afraid. People are. Look at what that girl is passing through. That is what an average Nigerian has passed through. They struggle. At the end of the day, they will never have their way through, because somebody is frustrating her, taking away her pleasure, taking away her peace somewhere through impunity. That's the way the system is. Why do we have a good system here? Because they want people to grow. Nigeria is not built to that to such extent. It's built to fail. Thank you very much.
All right. Everyone has given their submission. So, Madam Rita, you have 1 minute gifted to you, and Oga Jonathan, you have 1 minute gifted to you. Quickly utilize it.
Thank you so much. Give us our mandate. My message to everyone here, especially Nigerian men: educate your daughters, teach them how to speak up. It's a gradual process. It's one day at a time, and they're going to be great women. Please do that. Also, teach your men the value of women, of how to treat women. It's very, very important. Please, I'm not ordering you. I am begging you, because we need it. Our society needs to change. Nigerian society can do better. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. God bless you. Thank you, Mr. Lewis, Prince Collins. Give us our merit, and Sir Jonathan. God bless you all. Have a good evening.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Good to hear from you. Okay, Mr. Jonathan, for 1 minute.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Give us our mandate. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me this one minute. See, I will quickly use that to touch on this man. I think we should just kind of highlight it as well. This Nigerian technocrat, quote and unquote, now the so-called technocrat, El-Rufai, is to just get it straight. It's not anything technocrat. It's not even close to it. Now in 2025, March 2025. Approximately 2 years after the 2023 charade, he just found his courage now to say he regrets to have supported Tinubu despite his drug and certificate forgery case. You see, men, these are the people that wants to lead us. It took him 2 years more before he can come out to say this. Why? The question you will ask is a simple thing. It's just a simple question. Why? Why are you doing this now? It's part of the whole thing we have been talking about. It's disregard, disrespect for the people of Nigeria. Manipulation. Now you want to manipulate them. You want to get people.
All right.
We're not stupid. As one of our panelists, Madam Rita, will say, please, El-Rufai, please, damn, enter house. Just get away from our space. We're not stupid here. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. To be honest, that El-Rufai statement needs to be stretched on Monday. On Monday, because I don't know why that news have to come out today, but we need to stretch it on Monday. So sorry, you are not confessing. People will go see black, they'll say that white. You see white, you say that black. You see? I believe some of you will start believing on us now, right? Thank you very much, everyone that came into the show. We come to the end of this broadcast. I'd like to appreciate you all. Madam Rita, thank you, Sir Louis. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you. Give us a mandate, Prince Collins. God bless you, all my people. Thank you so much. I saw your missed call, Black Panther. Tomorrow is another day. And thanks for the information you passed. I'll be waiting to hear from you on that. Thank you so much. Mother of all Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you for all that you do. God bless you. Thanks for being there with us all the time. Fortunately, nobody buy me coffee today, so I don't have anybody to measure the neighbor. Tomorrow is another day. I appreciate you all always. Thank you, Mike Akambare. Thank you, Patience Eyan Rua Amaka E. Thank you, Black Panther. Thank you, thank you. SO, I can see you right there. Thanks for joining us today. Gentleman Edo TV, thank you very much, sir. You are asking for a link where we don't close. Now, tomorrow it will be, sir. We don't close. Ajay Deborah, thank you very much. Abu Azi, God bless you, sir. I appreciate you always. Thank you, my people. The battle of religion. Thank you very much for joining us today. God bless you. Patience Eyan and many, many others. Thank you very much, my people. Alaba, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Good to see you right there. Peggy Modi, thank you, sir. Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, and many, many others. Thank you. Allow me to end the show right now. To be honest, I've been always stay up to this, so I don't feel your lie. But still, I say they be sometime. Tomorrow, hopefully I can achieve my 1 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes. If you know, when the powerful voices are here, it's very, very difficult to achieve those kind of short hours on the weekend. But nevertheless, God have a blessing on our people. Let's stand for what is right at all times. Take care, my people, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.
That's right.
If you're